Since anyone's not talking, I'm gonna jump in.
Jump in.
Um,
Perfect.
my friend Sadie and I are kind of curious what your favorite Star Wars character is and which movie is your favorite one.
Oh, that's funny. So I would say Yoda has always been my favorite character, I think. Uh, and it's funny because I think when I was younger, I really liked Return of the Jedi. 'Cause I'm always kind of partial to the end of stories. Like I always liked Return of the King and Lord of the Rings because it ties things up. When things are ended, there's a quality that I like to that. So before I would have said Return of the Jedi, and I, unlike a lot of people, liked the Ewoks. But thinking about it more now, I may have to fall into the camp that Empire Strikes Back is probably the best film, and because there is more Yoda in that one, so I will begrudgingly say Empire Strikes Back is the best of the films in my opinion.
Don't know if I should be concerned that Yoda is your favorite character.
Really? He's so like, especially the way they introduce him. He's so kind of like enigmatic and weird, and yet he's this sort of wise sage simultaneously. He's like perfectly lines up with my personality.
Okay, I understand that now. Now that you explained it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and it's also like kind of I love like again that what he represents, especially Empire Strikes Back, that looks can be deceiving. That initially, on first glance, someone who you could be this weird hermit is actually someone who's quite powerful, and there's great lessons in that character, and yeah. Plus, he's just cool.
How about The Mandalorian? Have you seen it?
Yeah. Um, hmm. I don't know that I've got a favorite character. I'm trying to think through it now. Who did I really like? I don't know. Yeah, I can't really say off the top of my head. I really enjoyed that they kind of played in that sandbox, though. Um, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, that's not a satisfying answer.
It's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm probably good for another 15 minutes. So just if you're feeling a question, just hit me with it.
Um, eh, Hi. Oh,
Hi.
so I got interested in acting recently, and I was wondering if you have some tips for a teenager who's a total beginner in acting. Is there anything that I have to know in order to achieve my acting dream?
Yeah, I think starting out, you're gonna want some form of training, obviously. So whether that's if you have acting classes at school, like a drama class, obviously. I'm not sure if you have access to classes, say outside of school. I know there's a lot of different programs in big cities that offer acting classes for people of all ages or specifically teenagers. So that might be a really good introduction just to see if you really connect with it that way. And then where you can get involved. Like if that means sort of looking at doing community theater, or getting on sites. There's a site called Mandy.com, which is has non-union film productions that are going to be looking for people. Um, you're going to need to do that, I think, even before getting an agent, because the agent's going to want to see that you're taking it seriously, and that means that you're doing training and you're kind of actively seeking out opportunities and things like that. So those would be the first steps to try to get some training. It will also give you a good idea of whether or not you like it and you connect with it. And it's also like even going to classes will be a great way to meet people who will know more about the industry, and they'll be able to give you tips on maybe if they've signed with an agency or if they've taken another class that they really enjoy, and it will kind of help you lead down the rabbit hole of acting. Hopefully that helps.
Yes, thank you, and also thank you for your hard work.
Oh, I really appreciate it. You're very welcome.
Okay,
Hi.
okay. I had the question, what do you think led Klaus to get the Klaus loves Dave tattoo? And do you think Dave would have gotten a similar tattoo?
I definitely feel I'm not sure Dave is a tattoo guy. It really lines up with Klaus's personality. So I feel like Klaus is a little bit impulsive when it comes to big decisions. So it really makes sense that he would have got that tattoo. Dave, yeah, I don't know. I think that he doesn't need to have a sort of label for him. Dave just carries it in his heart, and I think that's enough for him. That his actions sort of speak louder than words written on him. So yeah,
That is an amazing response. Okay, thank you. Also my
yeah, you're very welcome.
my friend, what do you think? What's your thought on by Diego, Diego Hargreaves being bisexual?
I mean, that's his decision. I think it would be great if he is, and if he isn't, that's great too. It's that's a very sort of personal thing that he would have to figure out for himself. It's all good in my books, whatever you are. So yeah.
Thank you. And also, I'm the person who just said out of nowhere in your comments. I wanted to say that that doesn't mean anything. So in case you were 3 a.m. thinking that I comment anything, we were just trying to be random.
Oh yeah, no worries. I know that the fandom will drop some crazy remarks and stuff. So I feel like I'm used to it at this point. So it's all good.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Mhm. Yeah, you too. Take care. Don't be shy. Don't be shy if you've got a question, whoever you are.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my goodness, I am very shy, but also wait, real quick. I just wanted to say that Nightcrawler being one of your favorite superheroes is kind of wild because he was one of mine too,
Oh,
and for
really?
no particular reason either. I
Yeah.
just thought he was really cool, right?
I think it speaks to, like we were just saying earlier, when you get introduced to a sort of world, you do kind of connect to the first person that you see. And yeah, for me, like my introduction to X-Men, weird enough, was Nightcrawler. So maybe it was similar for you, that it was just sort of an early introduction, and Nightcrawler was there. Plus, I don't know, there's just something about how he kind of looks. He's just like sort of
Yeah,
strange but cool.
he's like cool too, and he is kind of more of like a bit shy, at least in the films.
Yeah.
He's also very like, I don't know. He's got a bit of a sadness to him, but
Yeah.
also the fact that you like Ewoks, dude, I'm with you there too.
we're a minority there, but you know what's
Yeah,
funny? I
they get
was
a bad rep.
Yes, they do. There's a funny film. I'm not sure if you've heard about the Ewok adventure films. The second one is really terrible, and most people have seen that one, and they think that that's it for those Ewok adventure movies. But there was one that came
Uh-huh.
before. That one's called The Battle for Endor. There's actually a great one called The Caravan of Hope. That's way better than The Battle of Endor, and I definitely recommend for people who are Star Wars fans too, that want something in the Star Wars universe, to watch the Ewok Adventure, The Caravan of Hope, it's called.
Yes, spread the agenda for
There you
the
go.
Ewoks. Um,
Fighting for the
I don't think I've
Ewoks.
seen that, but I definitely watch it.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess my question would be, since I really do enjoy and connect with the Umbrella Academy, and assuming that you've seen it and you enjoyed it too, what is like your favorite or something that you connect with in the show? It doesn't really have to be your character, like tied to your character, but just overall in the show. What would you say you
I
connect to?
Yeah, I love this sort of overarching theme of, like, family is what you make, in a way. I kind of come from that background, and that resonates with me, that sort of my family's been fractured a little bit, and so all those siblings trying to reconcile that is kind of personal for me, and so I really connect with that. And maybe from like an aesthetic point of view, I love the music of how Steve
Yeah.
Blackman really weaves the soundtrack into the world. It really kind of gives a lightness to the show that you can sort of take it seriously in certain moments, but how he kind of weaves pop culture in, it makes it more of kind of a full fun experience. So I really like that quality of the show as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this and answering the questions, and
Yeah, you're very
uh,
welcome.
very very cool of you. So thank you.
No, I appreciate it. And take care.
You too.
Hello. I also
Hi.
wanted to thank you for hosting this. I wanted to ask
I'm
you,
just
I'm
a
not sure if
speaker.
anybody got here first. I just joined a little while ago. But I wanted to ask you, was Dave Katz always supposed to be Jewish? Like, was that part of the planning stages, or did that come later?
No, yeah, that came on the day. So I was given my dog tags, and on the dog tags they have the character's religion. So Dave was Jewish, and it's funny because it wasn't written in the script, but then obviously as an actor you're trying to look at any of the little clues that can help you. It's not that you can really play Jewish or anything, but it was a nice little detail, I guess, for the character. So yeah, I found out when I threw the dog tags on, basically.
Yeah, I thought that made Dave seem so much more real. It helped me connect with him as a character. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, it is cool, those little things, and I think that writers, you can't take that stuff for granted. And that's the thing for me, like, that I keep kind of pounding the table for, is that if people connect with certain parts of Dave in their own way, or they even write their own stuff with it, like, that's important. I mean, that's what this whole thing should be about, is that people can see themselves and their own experiences in the characters, and have a kind of form of catharsis around that, or connection. And and yeah, I agree with you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Is the host waving? Umbrella Academy. Anyone can jump in. Feel free. I think I've probably got another 5-10 minutes in me.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm graduating high school and I was thinking about Dave going into the army and I feel like he was pressured a lot from his family to go into the army as a choice.
Hmm.
And I was wondering what you think if Dave had chosen to go to school or college instead of the army, what would he major in?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, maybe connecting it to me, it could have been philosophy. I think that there is the thing that I maybe saw in Dave too, is there is not a sense of wanderlust, but that he does maybe allow his mind to wander. There's a kind of I feel like a dreamer quality to him. So maybe something like philosophy, something where he can allow himself to his thoughts to wander a little bit. Um, and I think that, yeah, going back to what you said earlier, that maybe there was a lot of pressure on him, but I also believe that from his point of view, that he probably believed in his heart that he was doing something good, right? Like, hindsight's 2020 with Vietnam, but there was a lot of people that probably enlisted because they felt that they were legitimately doing something good. And I think that Dave was, like, he wasn't conscripted, for example. I think Dave volunteered, and that he felt it was the right thing to do. I think that sort of speaks to his character. And yeah, maybe there was some influence from his family, but I think, knowing Dave, it lines up with that quality of him wanting to do the right thing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.